that Vaughn has been really, really bad for the last, oh gosh, I lost reception for like a minute and it came back. Oh, I hope I can get through this video. Long story short, he is like going to have a seizure without a doubt. He had one a few days ago and he's getting them frequently, and he just had one like 4 days ago, and I know he's gonna have another one. I don't know what is making his health get worse. However, I have a very strong feeling that it is the Xanax that he's taking that is making his body, I don't know, I might be wrong. I am in like emergency type mode right now because like I gave him one earlier because I knew he was going to have one, and it stopped it from happening, but I know he's going to have another one. And I'm even more scared because the more Xanax that he takes, and he doesn't take a lot, I'm talking about once anytime he has seizures, so that's like maybe once every 2 weeks, if that, and it was a little bit more, right? So, but then whenever after he has a seizure, I might give him maybe a 1 milligram dosage of the Xanax to try to wean him. What I feel is happening is that the Xanax is so strong and so bad that it's making him worse. I don't know, but I'm gonna assume, I don't know. So I need to get him off of that. When he has seizure, it's Ativan. How was I able to get him 2.5 months seizure free, and now I can't even get him 2 weeks? I feel like, damn, what the freak is going? I'm not okay. Anyways, I'm going over to my grandma's house because my cousin, she doesn't have Ativan, and the border is closed already. I can't go to Mexico. If I do go to Mexico, I have to go to San Luis, and I'm really nervous about going that way because I've never been there like by myself. Like, I've been to Algodones and I'm comfortable, but Mexico it's a little bit intimidating for me. And plus, I don't know how, I don't know. I haven't been there before, and I don't want to go by myself, so I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow. So my tia has a medication called Zolpidem, I think something like that. I'm gonna have to look. Does that sound familiar? I looked it up and it said something similar to Ambien, I don't know. But my tia, she swears by it helping her anxiety tremendously. Is that gonna be enough to calm his body before I get him Ativan? Because I know, like, well, I know Xanax is so bad. And I know someone sent me a personal story that their family member was on Xanax and it was really, really harmful for them until the person was put on a time release Xanax, because it works really quick in your system and it dissipates really quickly. So it's almost as if you take one dose and you're already going through a withdrawal. I need help. That's Ambien. That's what I thought, but that wouldn't help, right? Just message me if this doesn't work. Okay, thank you. Generic for Ambien. That's even worse, right? That's so bad. I would imagine Ambien is horrible. I don't know. I just know we're gonna go through hell at the hospital. I don't want to go through that. And then Vaughn didn't tell me that he had a doctor's appointment the other day, and I don't expect him to. He's not mentally there. He's not, and he feels it. And it's like, man, the light. I don't even want to say it. Ativan is going to be the best. Okay, well, I can't get my hands on Ativan right now, so should I just take him to the hospital? Or you can't tell me that. I don't want to put that on you. Really? Okay. Okay, then I'm not gonna give it to him. I feel like I'm trying to, I don't know. Okay, I won't give it to him. Because at the appointment, and I called the neurology, I called them, and I want to set up an appointment, but because he just had his appointment and he declined everything, which is fine. I mean, we don't want to be on, like, we just want a rescue medicine, and I need to talk to a doctor about that. But he didn't tell me about his doctor appointment. I think I was I on live? I think I was live, and I was like caught off guard, but I didn't want to make a scene or say anything to make him feel bad or whatever. But I'm back. I'm on my iPhone. I should have gone on my brain is not working properly. So I haven't taken him to the hospital. I just need him to be okay for tonight. Like, I need him. I'm trying to do everything I can to prevent one. And look, if I would have taken him already, then he would have not had one. They wouldn't have. I am almost certain. There's only one time out of all the hospital time, all the hospital visits, there's been only one time where there was a doctor who administered the Ativan before a seizure happened as preventative measures. He was like, okay, well, what do you want? Vaughn says, okay, sweetheart, I love you. Oh my God, give me a second. I know it seems so little, but even little things of the way he talks and the way he responds to messages, I can tell when he's doing good and when he's not, and he's doing okay. He doesn't call me sweetheart when he's not in a good mind frame, and it's not because I'm not. It's just that he gets so depressed. Like, I'm a little bit nervous that the extreme amount of pain that he's in right now can trigger a seizure, but I feel confident that, you know, he's in the hospital, he's gonna get x-rays and probably really strong pain medication. And I told Vaughn, don't even trip. If they don't give you strong pain medication, let me know. I'll go to Mexico. Like, and I told him, if they start asking you what you're taking for your seizures, just say valerian root. That's it. Keep it simple, because it's not like it's gonna matter anyways, you know. They don't really be paying attention to all the crap that we mention that he takes, and besides that, that doesn't even matter, you know. So I want Vaughn to spend as little amount of time explaining himself as possible. So keep it simple. What do you use for seizures? Valerian root. That's it. Like, we don't need to go through the whole spiel and tell them everything, because that's not what we're here for. You know, we're here at the hospital. I mean, this is what I was telling him. I'm still not there, you know. We're not there to be interrogated. We're not there to be, you know, ask a million questions or talk about seizures. We're there to get x-rays to find out what happened to your back and get some pain medication. Hell yeah, Jessica, I can. I am. Man, Satan is funny, man. Satan is funny. Like, you cannot take a break, bro. But it's cool. Like, you know what? If anything, like, me and Vaughn, like, y'all don't understand how good of a place he has been. Like, we all today, like, we've been thinking about what blessings have come out of him having seizures, you know? There are so many blessings that have come out of it. He was waiting forever for a doctor to come in. I had left before a doctor came in. You know, because the kids were at home. It's late at night, you know. It's okay to leave them home, but that late, no. Like, I was uncomfortable, so I'd stay. And so then, after some time, some doctor comes in and is like, what's the issue? And just like, so, no bedside manners, no professional, nothing. Just, what's the issue? And Vaughn's explaining, like, my back is the worst it's ever been, da-da-da-da-da, etc., like, in excruciating amount of pain. So the doctor is saying, like, he's going to examine him. Put so much pressure on Vaughn's back that he jumps up. And so then the dude, the doctor, I don't want to say dude as if he was like some janitor. Like, this was someone who's supposed to be a professional guy, you know. But of course, what do we expect? It's a doctor, okay? So then he goes and was like, I didn't even touch you that hard. What? Like, what? Saying that to Vaughn and then saying something like, you know, in my 27 years that I've been working at a doctor, nobody has ever reacted like that or whatever the crap, because Vaughn jumped up because this guy, like, Vaughn is jacked up bad. Something happened. We don't know, but something happened. And you know what's going to be more effed up is once we find out what did happen, like, then I don't know what we can do, but I feel like I want to file something because this is some bull. Like, I know we're going to find something wrong with him, and it's going to show just how much pain that type of injury causes.
Now that I think about it, I should have kept that paper.
Why?
Because he asked me, did I want to file it?
Oh, that's okay. I can find it online.
Okay.
That'll be easy. That'll be easy. So, like, talking all that, whatever, and then he was like, can I finish my examination or something like that? And Vaughn's like, yeah, you could finish your job or whatever. So then the guy does it again, and Vaughn, like, jumps up, like, same amount of force, jumps up, and then the guy starts acting stupid.
He walks around to me, like, to the front of me, because I couldn't look at him. So he walks around to the front of the bed, and it's like, out of 27 years of me being here, I've never had a patient actually jump through the roof just because I touched them. And I know there's nothing wrong with your back to the point where you jump that high up just because I touch you. And at that point, it was like, okay, I need to remember where I'm at. I need to just stay calm. And that's when he was like, I didn't say anything. And that's when he was like, can I please finish the examination? And I was like, yeah, do your job. I was like, go ahead and finish your job. So that's when he goes around me to the back of me, and that's when he does the same thing again, like just forces two of his damn fingers in my back. So of course I'm gonna jump again. I didn't scream if that's what he was expecting me to, or that's what he was thinking I was gonna do. But like, I didn't scream or anything, I just jumped really hard. So that's when after that he was like, let me give you some ibuprofen so you can get out of here. So I guess he's just pissed off at me because I jumped again. And that's when I'm like, what the fuck? And that's when, you know, just out of reaction. And that's when he just out of sight, he was like, he turned around, he's like, fuck you, you son of a bitch. And that's when he's like pointing at me, and he's coming closer in my face. And you know, I'm already feeling threatened by that. And that's when he turns around and walk out. And that's when, of course, I'm already hot about it. So yeah, I start yelling too. So I'm like, fuck you too. And that's when he walks out. And that's when these other people walk in, like, God knows how long later, and start trying to get a statement and all this other crap. Man.
Vaughn called the police.
Yeah, I called the police literally right after that. Like, I wasn't going to wait for nobody else to come in there. So I called the police. I'm like, man, this is what's going on. I need to get out of here. I called the police before I even called Drea. And I was like, man, I need to get out of here. So that's when they were like, okay, we're sending somebody on the way and everything like that. And that's when I called her and all of the other stuff. But man, I had a breakdown in there while they're sitting there talking to me while I'm on the phone with her. Because it's like, damn, dude, like, it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm finally getting seen. I'm hurt as shit. And this is what I'm going through. So like, I literally dropped the phone while I'm on it with her. And like...
And then I get there, and the officer just left. Like, Vaughn is explaining what happened to the officer. He leaves. Like 2 minutes later, I walk into the room, and so then, you know, I'm talking to Vaughn, and Vaughn's telling me not too long after, then the officer comes back in and then starts talking to Vaughn and was like, so, you know, I heard you were yelling, you know, you were yelling back. What were some of the things that you were saying? And I'm like, wait, what? And he was like, well, my concern is that, you know, it's over 4 or after 4 o'clock in the morning and people can hear you down the hall. And I'm like, what? And I was like, excuse me? He was like, ma'am, were you here? And I was weird. Okay. I was like, obviously y'all don't see. It doesn't matter what time it is. Why would we be here? We are in the emergency room. We're in the emergency room because he's in an excruciating amount of pain. And this doctor hurt him, like, by touching him real hard. And then he goes and cusses out my husband, and you're worried about what my husband said as a reaction as to what this doctor did? I'm like, no. I did not let that officer try to feel like he was going to get an answer. I wasn't going to let Marvon answer that question. It doesn't matter what Vaughn said. That's not the problem. And still, we have been at the hospital for how long? And still nothing, no tests. I said that his back is hurting to the point where it's affecting his breathing, and nothing, no x-rays, nothing.
Nobody even came in there to look at me after she left. After she left, nobody still came in there to check me out. Like, she had to go over there when we first walked in there. She had to go over there like multiple times just to say, hey, there's something wrong with my husband. Can y'all come send somebody to at least check him?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And then they finally sent somebody after 3 different times of her going to go ask. And then they finally put me in the bed. And then, you know, we finally, you know, she finally takes off and everything because I think everything's going to be okay. And now I'm sitting there for God knows how long because I think she left around like 3 something. And now here it is 4:14 because I looked at my phone and I'm like, damn. I'm like, if I had to piss, somebody would have been getting me a new pair of underwear because I can't walk by myself. Like, literally, I can't walk without damn near duck goosing around the damn house. So it's like, if I literally had to piss, somebody would have had to come change my underwear or something. But it's like, literally, nobody came in there to look at me at all since she had left. I didn't even have a fucking button to press to call a nurse if something was wrong with me.
We were, like, literally where his room was assigned at in the hospital. It was, like, to the side, kind of ducked into another place.
You wouldn't even think that room was there if you didn't even go back there.
Of course, I have to go to another place. Of course, I'm gonna go to another place. But I would have to take Vaughn to Mexico, and I need help with that because I don't want to take my car into Mexico. I'm gonna have to call my friend. But of course, I'm gonna take him somewhere else. We're gonna go home. We're gonna try to get some rest. I'm probably going to go to Mexico first, get some pain meds, because I don't have anything for him. Like, he's in so much... Why? I did it before. No, I didn't. Yeah, I have, but not recently. But I'm going to call Claudia. I'm going to see what she can do for us. She's the one that took me to Mexico when I messed up my neck from the car accident. We'll see. It's just that the more messed up thing is that we're just going to find out just how bad of a condition he is in, and that's going to make this whole situation worse.